Saturday in Liberty Hollow started slow. The reservoir lay still as glass, the hills wrapped in lavender mist. Inside a modest two-story on Maple Court, Zoe Thompson's alarm chirped at 6:45 a.m. She stretched, toes wiggling under a faded quilt her grandmother had stitched. Sunlight sneaked through half-open blinds, striping the hardwood floor in warm gold. Zoe padded to the bathroom, splashed cold water on freckled cheeks, and pulled her dark brown hair into a messy knot. She chose the same soft hoodie, Liberty Hollow High, class of 2025, then knelt by the bed. There they were, her gray canvas sneakers, soles worn thin, laces frayed like old guitar strings. She slipped them on, tied a double knot the way her dad had taught her when she was 8. Good shoes carry good stories, he had said. These had carried her through 3 part-time jobs and 1 heartbreak. They were ugly, but they were hers. Downstairs, the kitchen smelled of yesterday's coffee. Zoe popped 2 slices of wheat bread into the toaster, smeared them with peanut butter, and folded one into a paper towel for the road. She grabbed her keys from the bowl shaped like a sneaker. Ironic, she thought, and stepped onto the porch. The air was crisp, scented with pine and distant wood smoke. Her old sneakers squeaked on the dew-damp pavement as she headed toward Main Street. Same route, 6 months running. Past the white picket fence where Mrs. Alvarez watered geraniums. Past the clock tower, 8:12 a.m., its bronze hands ticking like a patient heartbeat. Past the shoe store window that was about to change everything. There they were, $180 limited edition sneakers, neon green swoosh glowing like alien fire under LED spotlights. Zoe's pulse jumped. She pressed a palm to the cool glass.
Status. That's what these are. My friends would lose it. They'd say I finally made it.
She didn't even like running, but the thought of their envy had felt like oxygen. She did the math in her head. $60 per weekend shift, 30 in tips if she smiled hard. 2 weekends of work, 3 tops.
That's it. Just a few weekends of work. I'll eat ramen. No movies or going out with friends. Done.
But doubt tiptoed in like morning fog.
Do I even want them? Or just the applause?
The bell above Bean's Brew jingled.
Morning, superstar. You're early. Eager for caffeine or running from something?
Zoe tied on her forest green apron, the one with a tiny coffee stain shaped like Australia. She forced a smile, but her eyes kept drifting to the window, to the shoe store across the street.
Earth to Zoe. You just frothed air into Mrs. Lang's cappuccino. That's a new record.
Sorry, there's these sneakers.
The neon ones saw you staring like they owed you money.
180. Just a few weekends here. I've got it mapped.
Let me guess. You don't run, but you want the flex.
Pretty much.
My dad said something when I was 16 and drooling over a $600 guitar I couldn't play. Living below your means isn't deprivation, Bean. It's owning your future before someone else does. Zoe, every dollar you don't spend on hype is a dollar that can work for you.
But what if I really want them?
Wanting is free. Buying is when the chains start. Tell me, what will happen the day after you wear them? Once your friends see them, will you feel seen?
Zoe opened her mouth, closed it. A toddler at table 3 spilled goldfish crackers. The sound was suddenly loud. Bean handed her a rag.
Clean up the mess. Then ask yourself whose mess you were really trying to fix.
The morning rush hit. Zoe steamed milk, pulled shots, counted change. But Bean's words looped like a catchy chorus. Between orders, she sneaked glances at the shoe store. The neon glow felt smaller. 10 a.m. Mrs. Lang tipped $5 for the accidental air cappuccino. 11:30. Zoe burned her thumb on the steamer, swore under her breath. 1:15. Lunch lull. She ate her peanut butter sandwich on the back step, old sneakers dangling above cracked concrete. 3 o'clock. Bean let her count the tip jar early. $28 in singles and coins. Shift ended. Zoe walked past the shoe store again. The sneakers were still there, but the window reflection showed her in scuffed canvas and a tired smile. She pulled out her phone, opened her banking app, and transferred $50 to Freedom Fund. Golden hour painted the reservoir in molten copper. Zoe walked home lighter. Bean's advice made her realize something important. It's not what others think about her, it's what she thinks about herself. That night, she kicked off her old sneakers by the door. They landed with a familiar thud. Upstairs, she brushed her teeth, pulled the quilt to her chin. Moonlight striped the floor again, but this time the stripes felt like runway lights.
What you leave behind is what you get to keep.
She didn't quote Marcus Aurelius. She didn't need to. Impressing friends had been a moving target. Paying herself first was a finish line she could actually cross. Thank you for joining us in Liberty Hollow, where every choice builds a future. If today's tale sparked something in you, hit that like button, subscribe for more wealth tales every week, and drop a comment. What's your money lesson from the Hollow? See you around town.